good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Agri Sports Complex for tonight's JUCO clash between the Wilson State Tetons and the Colorado State University Rams. This is Rob Shannon, and you're listening to Teton Hockey pregame show on WSCTetons.com. And again, tonight the Tetons will take on the Rams. The Tetons come in with a record of 0-0. This is their first game of the season, and the Rams come in with a record of 3-2-1. And we had a chance before the game to talk to Teton head coach John Bokus. And we are here visiting with Teton head coach John Bokus. Coach, another season is upon us here. Just tell us before we get started on the year, how'd you spend your summer?
Very, very gingerly. We actually didn't have much of a summer. I was able to go home to Michigan for about 6.5 weeks. I was on the road for a few weeks doing hockey schools, and then I'm back here already.
Well, it's good to have you back.
Thanks.
Now, obviously with junior college hockey, it's a 2-year school. A lot of turnover every year, a lot of new names we've got to get to know. So I'm probably going to botch some names tonight. So why don't you, just kind of give us a rundown who the new faces are that we're going to see on the team this year?
Well, we've got a few. Up front, we've got a couple guys that I'm really going to count on. Blake Zabinski, a left wing that's going to play with Shane Sheshuk and Brendan Wild, who are both returning players. I've got Cody Birch, who's a Toronto that's actually centering a couple of veterans as well, Sam Basic and Wade Weisgerber. TJ McMinn, a kid from Wasau, Montana, I guess is how you say it, is playing wing with a couple other veterans, Shane Billings and Dana Arnold. And then we've got an all-freshman another line with PJ Silveria, Crystal, and Austin Moser. One's from Virginia, and the other two are from North Dakota. The other forward that we have, Josh Davis, a local kid, won't be in the lineup tonight, and another kid from California, Michael Brayson, is injured right now, so he won't be in the lineup tonight.
Well, now like you mentioned, you spent your summer. I'm sure it's on the recruiting trail too. You look at the states and the different areas they're coming from. I'm sure you put a few miles in the car getting those kids to come in.
I did. I think one of our biggest projects that we got is I got a kid from the Czech Republic, a goalie, who I actually found in Michigan, which was nice. It wasn't too far to drive, only like 3 hours from my house, but it's showing some real good promise for us. Swift will do a lot of battling for the 1-2 position. I'm looking forward to that aspect of it. Already in practice, as you can see, the tempo is up a little bit more. Guys are having a little trouble scoring, and it's been a nice fit already.
Well, good. That's always good when you see a goaltender doesn't let anything past him. So that's always good to see. Now, obviously, this year you guys are changing venues over to the Raymond Center in about a month here. So, do you make any adjustments, with this big ice here out at the Agra compared to where you guys are going to be, or
Sure.
you just kind of let it go?
Sure, I'm kind of caught between a rock and a hard place because we've got to play a couple games here on the Olympic sheet, so you got to have some speed, and I think that's one of the things that we upgraded our team with the MS Leafs was some speed, but we also increased our size. I mean, we got a couple 6'3" guys, 6'4" guys, 6'2" forwards as well as defense. You've got a 6'3" defense, 6'2" defense, 6'1" defense, 6 foot, and then all of a sudden you have a 5'7" defense, which is okay. A rookie kid that came in, Tyler Loden, who's going to be back there, does great things with the puck. We're looking forward to see what he can do on power play situations as well as in game situations, see how he does.
Speaking of those big bodies, especially up front, is the power play going to look any different this year? Going to, I guess, as far as in the offensive zone, try to get a little more traffic in front with those big bodies?
We're trying. We struggled yesterday. Like I said, our trouble is we're not scoring very many goals on our own goaltender, so, we'll see what happens when we come up against somebody else, but we're working on different things. There's always different looks that we try to look for. Do you want shots all the time? Sure you do, but you definitely need the presence in front. And one of the things that I've been working on with these guys is when to shoot and when not to shoot. Sometimes they're taking the odd chance that it's going to go in, and more or less it's getting cleared easy. So that's a work in progress. This is day one for us compared to being day 108, I guess. So we're okay. I'm kind of anxious to see what we have here.
Looking at rewinding to last year, I think a big luxury here. It's the first game of the year. 4 lines, 3 defensive pairs. Last year it was a hard time. Finding filling that third line even.
I know.
And you guys finished runner up. In the national tournament. So got to feel good about that starting the year.
Well, definitely. JD and myself did a lot of hard work last year to get these guys where they were. It was tough. It was a tough start. I think it went well down the finish. I really appreciate the local kids coming out and earning a spot. This year we've got Tracer Overland, who's probably going to be a regular in the lineup as well. You got you got the one kid, Tate Barbeau, who's injured. Really screwed up his knee, so I'm not sure exactly if he's going to get in the lineup or not for a while. Josh Davis is a new kid in town, like I said, and then you got Drew Borseth, who's going to be our third goalie again. And everybody serves a role on the team. It's just defining what the role is and how long before they actually settle into what they're going to do.
Definitely. Now, looking at your opponent tonight, Colorado State, a team you guys play every year. You're probably familiar with the program. What do you guys expect out of them tonight? If anything, it's first game of the year, I believe, for them too. So.
Oh no, they've actually played 6 games.
Oh.
They're 3-2-1 right now. They did a swing already out to the East Coast. They played a couple games out in New York. They played a good Chicago team, Illinois State, who's brand new, and then they played a team from a junior team like we're going to try and do this year. So they're doing well already. He says they're struggling. Their coach was talking to me earlier and stuff. He says they're struggling a little bit. Coaches said it. Anthem finished. We're getting ready to drop the puck here for the Tetons. And just before we started, we'd all like to wish Coach John Folks' dad a happy 74th birthday today. So if you're listening, which I hope you are, happy birthday. Again, for the Tetons tonight, it's going to be Tanner Swift in net, along with the line of Shane Sheshuk, Blake Zabinski, Brennan Wild, along with Ollie Jensen and Tanner Fricky back at the. Get ready here for the referee to signal both goaltenders if they're ready. Pointing the way of Dak Diedrich over there. Looks like he's ready. Tanner Swift is ready to go. And we're going to drop the puck on this 2015 season for the Tetons. Draws one back to Fricky, gets it up into the neutral zone, up on the stick of Brendan Wild, dumps it in for Shane Sheshuk, first man in, back in the near corner of the Teton zone, looks for support back, here comes Wild behind the net, brings it around the boards, Fricky looks to pinch on the play, but he retreats, still in the Teton zone, up to center ice. Up comes the Rams. Nice toe drag around the defender. Walks around, and that's going to do it for first goal of the game. Coming at 37 seconds. That's going to be number 19 to Dawson Pascal for the Rams. So a quick jump out of the gates for the Rams. They're going to make that an early 1-0 lead for Colorado State. We'll wait for the assist on that, but I know Pascal, who shelved that one around Tanner Swift, just kind of waited until Swift made a move and shelved it right above his glove hand. So up on the draw for the Tetons, this is going to be Cody Birch, a freshman from Toronto, Ontario. Back into the neutral zone. It's hung up on the referee's skate, back into the Ram zone.
And on the forecheck, here come the Tetons, back in the far corner, in the near corner, back behind the net. There's going to be Sam Basic. Looks for a pass back to the defenseman. Too wide for him. Comes all the way back behind the Teton net. It's going to be Swift back to play it up on the far half wall of the Teton zone. Back battling for the puck is going to be Ging Martin, along with Schneeberger for the Rams. Up in the near half wall to pick up the puck. It's going to be Cody Birch, centering pass. Back onto his stick. He's going to backhand that one back into the Ram zone. The Tetons are going to make a wholesale change here. Coming out of the zone into the neutral zone is Colorado State. Going to dump it in the zone. No icing on that one. Back to play is Jalen Burning. Nice pass up to TJ McMinn for the Tetons. That one's not going to stay in the Ram zone. Comes back down into the Teton zone. Back out to center ice. Again is Burning. Rink wide for McMinn. He's going to turn that puck over quickly. And outbreak the Rams out to the center ice. Off of the stick. Back to Jalen Burning for the Tetons. Back behind his own net. Breakout pass. Up off the stick of Dana Arnold. He's going to wing that one all the way down, get an icing here. The Tetons will not be able to make a change here. Looks like that line had just got out there. So with 17:41 left on our U.S. Bank scoreboard, the score is 1-0 in favor of Colorado State. Shots, again, 1-0. So again, that line, Dana Arnold line, is going to stay out for the Tetons. So again, the goal, Colorado State goal, like I said, that came off the stick of Dawson Pascal. That goal is going to be unassisted. That was at, I believe, 37 seconds of period number one. Does a wait here for Tanner Swift to get readjusted with his equipment. Get ready to drop the puck, and in take the draw is going to be Dana Arnold for the Tetons, along with Hunter Perry for the Rams. It's going to be won by the Tetons. They attempt to break out. They get out to center ice. They're going to chase it down. Tetons are going to make a quick change here. Out to play it for Wilson State. That is going to be Ole Jansen. Back behind his own net, over to Fricky. The pass up for, that looked like Billings, who might have lost an edge there. All the way down to the Ram zone. Centering pass right up front. That's sticked aside by Dax Diedrich. Tetons play it back in their own zone. Out to center ice. Bring it up is PJ Silvera. The Tetons hold the puck into the Ram zone. Rams quickly turn it back out to center ice. Back to play it again for the Tetons. That is Ole Jansen. All the way down the ice. Going to be another icing on the Tetons. So we have 16:43 left in period number one. Tetons even shots up. Shots are now 1-1. Score favors Colorado State 1-0 early in this game. So in to take the draw is going to be Chris Hill, the freshman from Hampton, Virginia, for the Tetons. And that one's going to be quickly put out of play, as both players, I believe it was Hill and I didn't get the number for Colorado State, tried to play at the same time, deflected out of play. So that'll run a quick 5 seconds off the clock. Back out for the Tetons. They're able to get a line change with this. Going to bring their first line back out with Shane Cheshik taking the draw. He's going to win that one. Back for Ging Martin. Martin up on the half wall. Breakout pass, looking for Wild. Wild can't corral it, or it's back on the stick of Ging Martin. Retreats back behind his own net. He's going to wait for this breakout to develop. He's going to bring it out himself. Up for center ice for Sheshuk. Off of his skates. Quickly turned over to Colorado State. And in to play it. It's going to be number 29 for Colorado State. And that's going to come off here for the Tetons. So a lot of stoppage so far in period number one. The Tetons look to climb out of the quick 1-0 hole. That first goal goal was scored in the first minute of this contest. The Tetons bring their second line out. It's going to be Cody Birch taking the draw for Wilson State, along with Chandler Yoder for the Rams. Play continues in the far corner of the Teton zone. Back on the half wall. The defenseman plays it. Up again for Yoder. Spins around the net. Takes a quick shot. And Swift was there to make the glove save. And all the way back down again. Tetons with their third icing so far in the first 4 minutes and change of period number 1. Shouldn't be a big issue here as the Tetons have just made a line change. So to the stick side of Tanner Swift. Face off, won by Colorado State from the half wall. Play behind the net. Ging Martin first there to get it. Loses the puck. Back out, centering pass, high slot, dishes it over to defense, takes a shot. Deflection, and Tanner Swift right there to jump up and grab that puck out of play. I don't know if they will count that as a save. I don't think that was a shot on net, but a wise decision there by Swift as the puck was bouncing around. So this faceoff will come to the glove side of Tanner Swift. The Tetons will put out their third line, Arnold McMinn and Shane Billings. And Arnold wins the faceoff. Back to Burning. Up on the half wall. Tetons getting that first pass on the breakout, but it seems like they can't connect on their second one yet up at center ice. Again, turn around in the neutral zone. Colorado State across the blue line. Quick shot, just missed, just wide of the net. That was off the stick of Peyton Milkey for the Rams. And back to play it is going to be Katowski for Colorado State. Wings it all the way down. First man there to get it is the Colorado State player Milkey. Down into the far corner of the Teton zone. Burning there to help. Can't quite get it up in the slot, and a big hit put there by TJ McMinn as the shooter is getting ready to pull the trigger. Back to the far corner, back at the blue line. This is the the Rams. Talking about Colorado State here, not the University of Colorado, who the Tetons will play this season. So we get a whistle here as the net comes off its moorings one more time with 14:27 left on our U.S. Bank scoreboard. Tetons are going to roll their number 1 line out again. Shane Sheshik. And it looks like the Rams are going to match with their 4th line out there. So could be an advantage here for the Tetons. They get the mismatch early as they get the last line change. Centering pass there by Sheshik. That's going to go on net, but easily stick to side there by Diedrich for the Rams. And up near the blue line, Sheshik winds up. That one doesn't get through traffic. Goes in the near corner of the Rams zone. Back in the blue line. It's going to be Jansen. Over for Fricke. Fricke puts a nice shot on net there. That'll be the third shot as the Tetons lead in shots now 3-1. We have a stoppage in play. 13:57 left on the clock in period number 1. Again, as the Tetons get all, like Coach Bocas said, you're getting all 4 lines rolled out there. Back in the neutral zone. Across the blue line comes Colorado State. This is the forward for them, Neff, their first line center. On the half wall, back behind the net. First man there to play it is going to be Hill. And up over for, I believe it was Bassich up on the wall. And down into the Ram zone. First man there to chase it for the Tetons is Chris Hill. Back on the blue line. Shot on net. Gets through traffic. And a nice save there by Diedrich. Back in the high circle. Another shot on net. That was Sam Bassich. And Dietrich's going to glove that one, and we'll get a stoppage in play here with 13:04. Shots now 5-1 in favor of Williston State. As we have a broken stick back behind in the corner of the Teton zone. We'll let the refs pick that one up and clean up the ice, and we'll get ready to drop the puck. Ensuing face-off, won by Colorado State, rung around their net. First man there to get it is Basic. And Colorado State quickly gets the turnover. They're going to chip it into the Teton zone. Back play to Ging Martin behind his own net. Breakout pass. Up for Weisgerber. Rink wide pass unsuccessful. Back over to Weisgerber. He's there to chase along with the defender of Colorado State. Retreats back into his corner. Run around all the way around the boards. The rink wide pass. The first man there to challenge is Martin to break up that play. And back beyond the net, Jalen Burning for the Tetons. Up for Martin. Brings it back for Burning. And a big hit put there on Shane Billings as he had his head down. But successfully gets it rink wide for Ging Martin. Turn back over to Colorado State in the neutral zone. They get into the Teton zone. Martin there to challenge the play. Shot on net. Doesn't get through traffic. And good clear-out attempt there by Martin for the Tetons to get the puck out of traffic. Back on the stick of the Tetons. That's going to be Burning. Chips it up along the boards. Back into Colorado State's zone. Out into neutral ice. This is going to be Tracer Overland. And over for Holly Jansen. And Cheshuk, first line centers back out on the ice. Turned over quickly. In the neutral zone, here comes Colorado State. Looks like 2-on-3 here. So Tetons have numbers, good defensive play by them. And this puck's going to be chipped down. First man there to play is going to be Fricky. All the way up the ice. Looks like the Tetons want to get a full line change here. This is Wild. Nice move around the defenseman. But good play there by number 11 for Colorado State. That is Casaria. Again, Fricky in his own zone. Up the boards looking for Wild. Can't connect on the pass. And deflection there off the stick of the Teton player. That was Tyler Loden. And Tanner Swift right there to make the save. Looks like Loden's trying to clear the puck out of there and just kind of tipped the wrong way right into the net. And Swift with his his second save of the game. Tetons are going to make a change here. Looks like it's going to be a third line. Dana Arnold with McMinn and Billings. Along with Overland and Burning on defense. Yeah, that's going to be the first penalty of the game here. That's going to be on, looks like Tyler Loden. So we'll have our first special teams play of the night. Colorado State with the man advantage with 1:41 left on the power play. And the Rams are going to be quick to set up here, back behind the net. Gets it up to the far half wall of the Teton zone. Back over for Neff. Back to the blue line. Back for Neff and then give and go. Doesn't pull the trigger. He waits for the play to develop. Back to point. Shot on net just wide. That was off the stick of Dylan Hassel. We've got a cross check here on the Tetons. So the Tetons are going to go down 2-man. This will be a 5-on-3 for at most 1 minute and 11 seconds. I believe that one is on Burning. We'll see when they put it up on the clock here. Yeah, that will be on Jalen Burning. He's He's a sophomore out of Wesley Chapel, Florida. So again, the Rams on the two-man advantage now for the next minute. Back on the blue line. Waiting for a shot to develop there through traffic, and a nice save there by Tanner Swift as he saw that one the whole way. 9:31 left on our U.S. Bank scoreboard in period number one. Score is 1-0 in favor of the visitors, Colorado State. And the Tetons are at a two-man disadvantage here for the next 56 seconds. Face-off is won, again by Colorado State. Shot there. Deflected. That one's going to go out of play. Only takes a few seconds off the clock. That was up the stick of Natowski for the Rams. Off here, taken by Shane Shishak for the Tetons. Just tries to chip that one all the way out. Loses that face-off. Again on the stick of Colorado State. Back for the point. Tries to get it low. As the Rams are going to pinch their defenseman in here to try to get a shot on net here. Takes a shot there, and then Natowski is going to miss wide. And back behind the net is going to be Yoder. And on the stick of Brennan Wild, he's going to clear that one all the way down. We'll choose some time off the clock here in this two-man disadvantage for the Tetons. Quickly dumped in by the Rams. First man there to get it is going to be Neff. Back on the blue line. Back for Fiegel. Over for Natowski. A shot on net there. Swift with a big pad save there. Back out at the blue line. Tetons kill off one man in the penalty, so it's down to a 5-on-4 for 40 seconds. Natowski back on the blue line. Leaves it for Michelle. Or Pascal, excuse me. Back over for Neff. Back behind the net. This is Ansay, who is the goal scorer here for Colorado State early in this game. And Sam Bassage is going to get the backhand on this one. He's going to lift this one all the way out with 15 seconds left in the power play for Colorado State. 7:59 left to play in period number one. Again, down the ice comes Neff for the Rams. Shot on net, gloved by Swift. And deflects wide. Tetons try to chip it out of the zone, and they do. As that's going to do it, as the Tetons are going to kill off that two-man advantage for Colorado State. First man down to play it is McMinn. Tetons try to get it back off the stick of Fricky. He gets a shot on net there. With 7:30, there's going to be a stoppage in play. 1-0 in favor of Colorado State. So Tetons will finally be able to get, a full line out there. They're going to go with line number one, along with their number one defensive pairing, Jansen and Fricky. Face-off is won by Shishak. Back, and Brendan Wild right at the doorstep. It's a shot on net. Rebound was right there for Shishak. And Diedrich right there to close the door for him. Nice save. Nice two saves there by Diedrich, as he's been sharp so far. Face up to the glove side of Diedrich. One back, a little too clean, and Jansen can't quite corral it at the blue line. It's going to come. Tetons will have to retreat and dump it back in as the Rams try their breakout. Bring it out to the neutral zone. Back off the stick of Fricky. The Tetons will try a quick transition play here. Dumped in the corner. First man there to get it, Sheshak. Up for Zabinski. As Wild was in the far corner. Tries the center for Sheshak. Goes off of his stick. Comes all the way back down. Behind the net of Tanner Swift. And Fricky there to play it. On the stick of Wild. Over for Sheshak. Tries a toe drag. Defenseman right there to pick the puck right off of his stick. Looks like that's going to be offside. I believe our first offside of the game. So we'll bring this face-off back out just outside the Teton zone. Cody Birch in to take the draw State. Going to be rung down behind the net by the Rams. Quickly turned over again for the Tetons. This is Weisgerber at center ice. Going to chip this one in. First man in there to get it is Basic with speed. Challenged there by the defender, Casaria for Colorado State. Quickly, the Rams get it back down in the Teton zone. Quickly turned over. And bringing it up the ice is Cody Birch. Tried a centering pass there. As the Rams had sticks in front of the net, they deflect that one wide into the far corner. Again, Weisgerber. He's been out there on a long shift. He will probably want to get a change here soon. Back out to center ice. Good play there by Ging Martin with the poke check on his stick. Tries to center for Basic. And turnover again at the blue line for Colorado State. Martin with a good heads-up play there to get on his back check. Trips it back down as the Tetons can get a change here. And back in their own zone. This is Martin. Over for Moser. Tries to chip it up along the boards. He's got a scrum here at center ice. Play continues. Across the red line. In the zone, centering pass. Unsuccessful for Colorado State. In to play it is Silveria. Over for Moser. Moser across the blue line. Takes a shot. Deflected. Off the stick. Out of play. 4:32 left to go in period number one. Shots are 7-6 in favor of the Tetons. 1-0 the score in favor of Colorado State. So far, we've seen Colorado State pretty good in front of their own net in their defensive zone, clearing out bodies. As we talked in the pregame, it's one thing the Tetons want to do is get those big bodies up front to create some traffic in front of Diedrich. A shot there off Fricky's stick as the Tetons win that face-off. Cookie going to be chipped out back to center ice. This is Neff with speed coming into the Teton zone near half wall. Treats. Back to his defenseman. He's going to chip that one in. That's going to be Corey Taylor. Back behind his own net. Centering pass there. Good coverage by Jansen. And back into the Colorado State zone. That one's going to be offside. I believe it was McMinn just stepped over right before Shane Billings was crossing the blue line. So we're going to face off with 4:01 to go in period number one. Tetons getting their chances. I wouldn't say any grade A opportunities so far. 7 shots on net so far. Line number one out there for the Tetons. Sheshuk wins another one cleanly. Back to play it is Burning behind his own net. Breakout pass up for Wild. Can't get the second pass again up to Sheshuk. But again, here's Wild. Coming wide. Doesn't have numbers there. Just shoots it down on net, looking for a rebound. Sheshuk was covered there. Again, Wild back out to his defenseman. Quick shot on net. And right into the numbers of Diedrich. There's no one there to bang the rebound home for the Tetons. 3:33 left to go on our U.S. Bank scoreboard. Tetons will roll their second line out. It's going to be Cody Birch in to take the draw. Some problems with not just the Teton net, but the Colorado State net. We've got some loose ice in the crease there. Referee's out there trying to patch that quickly. So again, in this first period, Colorado State leading 1-0. And that goal came off the stick of Austin Ansay, unassisted. That was in the first minute of the game. Looks like we're ready glove side of Diedrich. Face-off is won by the Tetons, but kicked back out of the Ram zone. So will have to retreat all the way back into his zone. Rink-wide pass for his other defenseman, Loden. Up across the blue line. This is Bassett. Martin tries to get a quick one on net. Again, a deflection out of play. 3:12 to go. Again, another face-off to the glove side of Diedrich. Sheshuk with a quick win there, and Wild heads-up play to get it on net quickly. Diedrich was there to make the stop. Over in the near corner, back on the stick of Martin. Shot just wide of Diedrich. And back over for Loden to play. Chips it over into the far corner. First man there to get it is going to be Zabinski. Over for Loden. He's going to backhand it over into the near corner for Sheshuk. Sheshuk wraps around and looks for a centering pass. Nobody there. Leaves it back for Wild in the corner. Again, Sheshuk. Patient play here. Little toe drag. Gets a shot on net right there for the rebound. Was Zabinski had a wide open net. Just looked like the puck was on its side and just lifted right over the net. So golden opportunity there. Best scoring chance for the Tetons so far. That was their 11th shot on net of the period number one. And back down after sustained pressure by the Tetons. Back down into their own zone. This is Martin. Up for... That was Jansen. Looks like that puck went out of play, went off a Teton player off the bench, but they're going to keep playing here. Again, Jansen being challenged by the forward for Colorado State. Going back down. There to play it is going to be Natowski. Centering pass. Tetons are right there to play it at the blue line. Stand them up before they can get sustained pressure. And Tetons are going to have a 3-on-2 here. They're going to have to be careful not to get offside. And a quick play there. That was Chris Hill. He shot it right as he crossed the blue line. Right into the glove of Diedrich, so no rebound there. Shot number 12 of period number one for the Tetons. On the draw for the Tetons, they win another one. The Tetons have been very good in the face-off circle so far in this game. By guesstimation, they've won 3/4 of their face-offs. And back into the Ram zone. And the third line out there for the Tetons, Arnold, McMinn, and Billings. Back for Tracer Overland at center ice, chips it up. Tries to leave it for Arnold. Arnold can't quite keep the puck on his stick. And back down by the Rams. And that's going to be an icing here. We're down into our final minute of play in period number one. Looks like the Rams player tried to get off the ice while the ref wasn't looking. The ref caught him, as you cannot make a change if you ice the puck. So in to take the draw, this is going to be the second line. This is going to be Cody Birch. See if Tetons can get some pressure here in the final minute of period number one. And along the far half wall of the Ram zone, this is going to be Bassett. The Colorado State player tries to just kill the clock here and keep the puck between his skates. Quick turn over here at the blue line. It's going to be a quick 2-on-1 here. But too far there for Neff, as he can't quite get a good hustle there by getting Martin to get back. Up for Bassett, leaves it for Birch. Rick wide. Ansay. It takes another shot, and he's going to have his second of the game. And that goal is going to come at the 19:38 mark of period number one. That was, again, Ansay with his second of the game. They take away the first and the last minute of period number one, and I would say the Tetons have been controlling play, but they just have nothing to show for it so far. So that'll make it 2-0 on our U.S. Bank scoreboard. Again, that was off the stick of Ansay. We'll wait for the assist on that goal. the draw is going to be Sheshik. Across the blue line, Sheshik again. They're challenged by number 28, Zach Lish, for the Rams. Back into the Teton zone was Jansen. They tried a backhand. The puck just bounced right over his stick, and that's going to do it for period number 1. As the visitors, Colorado State, leading 2-0 in the first period. So we'll take a quick break here and be back with you in a couple of minutes with our first period stats. Watching at home, which I hope you're watching and not just listening. So we've got some musical beanbags here for the first intermission entertainment. And wisely, all participants are wearing helmets so we don't get any head injuries. So first period stats are, again, scored 2-0 in favor of Colorado State. Goal number 1 coming at 37 seconds of period number 1. That was an even strength goal, unassisted. And that came off the stick of Austin Ansay. And then again, Colorado State making it 2-0 at 19:38. Again, that was Ansay. Even strength goal with the assist to William Knapp. And the Rams were 0 for 2 for power plays in period number 1. And saves for Diedrich for Colorado State had 12. And Tanner Swift for the Tetons with 5. So as we see in our first intermission here visiting us, we're having a little bit of difficulty with our microphone here, but we have assistant coach J.D. Hobbs. We try to get him plugged in here. So J.D. again scored 2-0. I thought you guys played pretty well in that first period. Despite you guys are out shooting them 12-7 so far, and a goal right away in the first minute, and then another goal to make it 2-0 in the final minute of play. How would you rate your guys' play in period number 1?
We're just getting started, and that definitely showed in the first little bit here. It didn't help that Tanner Fricky, his gap, he didn't really have it. Then he bit the ice there and just let their guy come right in and take an easy one on Swift there. Towards the middle, towards the end, we we started playing, we started gelling. Right now the mood on the bench is, hey boys, we got 40 more miles to go. Let's keep plugging away. Now we're starting to gel. Now our game legs are finally coming. So we should definitely be turning around here in the next 2 periods.
Well, and you look at it, you talk about game legs. This is your guys' first game. I mean, you've been on the ice, about a month, maybe. With the coaches, not very long. So, and you look at Colorado State, this is I believe their 7th game already. So you talk about game legs. Yeah, it's, the first 20 minutes. Might be expected, especially that first play, or that first goal, excuse me. Just trying to get your legs under you and get the season going.
Yeah, absolutely. And, too, now we're running something a little bit different back on the D end of things with having 60 now, so that's definitely been very helpful and keeping our legs going, short shifts. Everyone's, still getting it together, but, again, like I said, not bad. Not really the start we wanted, but that's okay, and we keep battling back, and we'll move forward from there.
When you look at, being at home, you guys do have the final change. Is there any strategy there as far as, are you guys trying to match one with one, two with two, or?
Yeah, we're trying to roll around that a little bit. As of right now, Colorado State, according to my stats so far, is they're rolling every line evenly at the moment. So we'll probably start mixing things up depending on how the game's going, how everything's rolling. They've got their first line there's a little bit bigger, so we kind of don't want our smaller D out there against those guys. But we'll make changes as they come. And again, too, much like again with it being our first line, we're going to try and roll all 4 lines just to see what everyone's got, give them their shots, and then, as you know, just whatever the lineup is tonight may not be the same lines come a week from now.
Definitely. So, when you look at some big positives of that period, like I said, you guys are getting shots on net. I wouldn't say yet grade A opportunities, but you're getting pucks through. They're really trying to jam a lot of guys right in front of their own goaltender, not trying to let that second effort get through. But you look at your penalty kill. You guys are 5-on-3 there for over a minute. I think a minute 40. So, and you guys killed that off.
Oh yeah, and that was actually huge for us. If we can keep the momentum going, last year again, and again, kind of going back to last year, but being coaches and I's first year, last year that could have been a couple goals scored against us. So we're more solid there. We've really been pumping that away because we know penalties are going to happen, and we might as well work on keeping the puck down at the other end of the ice.
So going forward in this game, obviously, like you said, we may not see the line combinations that we see tonight, and we may not see them tomorrow, the next game. Are you guys sticking with your same combos? Or are you guys going to switch it up a little bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Unless coach has some plan I didn't know about just yet, but no, we're going to go ahead and keep rolling our 4 lines as is, and keep our D pairing, and then we'll just keep moving. Again, we'll make adjustments if we need to throughout the game. Shorten the bench depending on how the game's going, and whoever's getting more opportunities, obviously we'll want to get those guys right back on the ice. So.
All right, well, Coach, again, hockey season's here. It's good to see you again, and we wish you luck the rest of the game.
Good to be back.
All right, thanks. Tiger Sports Complex, starting period number 2. Both teams will start 5-on-5 this period. Colorado State leads 2-0 with an early goal and a late goal in period number 1. Sheshuk wins the draw, back for Fricke, over for Jansen, dumped all the way in. Icing is waved off. And for the Tetons, Zabinski, they'll leave it back for Fricke, up for Sheshuk in the corner, can't hold it. And up for Ansay at center ice, flips it back for his winger. Pascal back down into the Teton zone. That one's going to be icing. So first 30 seconds, we have our first stoppage. The Tetons are going to make a line change. They'll bring out their second line. So we heard Coach JD say they're going to keep running their 4 lines as they are able in this first game of the year. And that draws one cleanly through traffic there. And Weisgerber was there and put the tip on the puck. I think it just scored it wide of the net. And centering pass up here. Ansay looking for the hat trick. Just misses wide. The Tetons are going to have to try to keep their eye on him. He's beat him twice already in this game. So we're going to have a penalty here. This will go against the Rams. That's going to be on number 19, Pascal. So Tetons are going to get their first advantage of the game. And on any power play, the faceoff comes down all the way down into the zone of the team who committed the penalty. So Teton's going to get a faceoff here. They're going to win this. Chipped over in the far corner for Weisgerber. Leaves it over for Bassett. Doesn't quite get to him. Back for Weisgerber. The Rams putting high pressure on the puck on this penalty kill so far. They're going to ring this one all the way down. Back to play it. Ging Martin for the Tetons. Tries to leave it for Bassett. Doesn't pick it up. Takes it and gets it out to Bassett. Looks like he was tripped there. 1:25 left on the power play for the Tetons. Brought to you by Western Cooperative Credit Union. And gets it up for Moser. Excuse me, that was Loden. He's going to chip this one all the way down. Back on the blue line, nobody there. Brought back out by the Rams. Again, they're just going to dump it all the way down as the Tetons haven't been able to set anything up so far on their first power play of the game. Back to play it is Sheshuk. He's going to bring it all the way out because he's got room. Across the red line. Makes a move right around the defenseman. Nice toe drag. Centering pass. And that's going to good for a power play goal at 1:58 at period number 2. That was Brendan Wild. The beautiful dish by Shane Sheshuk. And that's going to cut the lead in half for Colorado State and make it 2-1. That'll be a power play goal for the Tetons as they capitalize. They're 1 for 1 so far with the man advantage. So as that goal stands so far, it's going to be Wild from Sheshuk. We'll wait to see if we get another assist on that one. 13th shot on goal for the Tetons. Ensuing face-off. One back by the Tetons. This is Fricke up for Jansen. Tries to get around the defenseman of Colorado State. Puts a good hip check on Jansen. Drives him off the puck. Back behind the net. Tetons with pressure. The Rams try to get it out of their zone. And good hustle there by Dana Arnold for the Tetons. And the Rams are going to get it across center ice, going to play it all the way down in the Teton zone. Support there. This is going to be Pascal, who had the penalty. Going to center a pass there, and Swift is going to be right there to put his glove on it and get a stoppage in play with 17:30 left in period number 2. As a score on a U.S. Bank scoreboard is 2-1 in favor of the Rams. This team's been on quite a road trip so far to start their season. Face-off won by the Tetons. Try to bring it all the way down. First man there to get it is Zabinski. It looks like that could have been a boarding call there on Zabinski. No call. Back all the way down. This is going to be Neff. Shot on net. Off the blocker of Swift. That one's going to go out of play. So Zabinski there on the play before was first man there to play it, and his back was turned. It looked like he was just a little ways away from the boards, and he got hit from behind. So that could either been a check from behind or boarding, but the refs let it go. So this face-off will be down to the stick side of Tanner Swift. Another face-off won by the Tetons. Up for Bassett, tries to get centering pass. Up for Weisgerber, to no avail. Back all the way down by the Rams. There to play it. Quick turnover. Colorado State shot. Doesn't get through traffic. Weisgerber there to chip it away. Over for Bassett. At center ice. Gets it around the defender. And back for Birch on the stick of Weisgerber. Gets a good shot. Just goes wide. The Tetons have been getting shots on net so far in this game, as their forwards have been holding up their end of the bargain, doing all they can to try to put it on net. Again, Weisgerber, centering pass, one-timer there by Birch. Can't get it through traffic. Back out to the blue line for the Tetons. That's going to be Tracer Overland. Behind the net, leaves it for Bassett. Chipped away quickly by the defender. That's Natowski for Colorado State. King Martin, first man to play it, chips it back down. Teton's going to get a wholesale change here, as the Rams will try to get a quick breakout. They're going to wing it all the way down. This is going to be an icing here. I don't know if the defenseman there for the Rams, that was Casaria, if he just got a little too much wood on it. It looks like he's trying to chip it down, get the first forward in there, but it went all the way down. This is going to be an icing. So this will come down to the glove side of Diedrich, who's had 13 shots put on him, and he let in the 13th shot, making it 2-1 in favor of Colorado State. In to take the draw for the Tetons is Sheshik. Wins another one. Back for Wild. On the blue line, this is Loden. Up for Zabinski. Zabinski curls around on the half wall, looking for Wild. Can't quite get it there. Tetons keep it in Colorado State's zone. And a quick turnover there, as the Tetons have applied a lot of pressure here in period number 2. At center ice, this is Wild, leaving it for... That was Loden. He had open ice in front of him, but a good poke check there by Natowski for the Rams. Back, and that is the poke checker there of Natowski behind his own net. Breakout pass too far for his winger. Back to play the Tetons. Zabinski chips it up along the wall, leaves it for Sheshik in the near corner. Back in the half wall, Zabinski again. Back for Fricke. It's a shot just wide again. If we're going to get a penalty here, that's going to be a high stick. I believe on... Yep, it's going to go against Colorado State. We'll see who the guilty party is. That's going to be number 21. I look for my name here. That's going to be Schneeberger. So Teton's second power play chance in a row, and the second of this period, they were capitalized on their first opportunity. Tetons bring in their second line. This is going to be Birch on the draw. Going to lose that one. Quickly back to the blue line. Good play there by Martin. One-timer attempt for Birch. And Loden gets a stick on it and backhands one in, but quickly turned over to the Rams as they're going to clear that one out of the zone. 1:42 left in the power play for the Tetons. Nice pass there at the blue line for Birch. Back for Bassett. On the blue line, Martin. Over for Loden. Loden back to Martin. And he lost an edge there, and that would have been Anseh with wide open ice down the other way, but Tetons quickly recover at the blue line. Again, Birch at the half wall. Leaves it back for Bassett. Bassett with a good physical play there in the corner. Back for Loden. Backhand pass for Martin. And again, Anseh was right there challenging that defenseman high in the blue line. He almost got away with another one. Back to play is Neff. He's going to ice this one all the way down. It's going to go back behind the red line. First man there to get it is Fricke. Challenged there by Pascal. In the corner come the Tetons. I believe that's Sheshik. Turns that one over. Dump back down. 33 seconds left in the power play. Brought to you by Western Cooperative Credit Union. Sheshik across center ice. Over for Jansen. Jansen retreats. Looking for an open man. That's Sheshik in the corner. The Tetons setting up the cycle here. This is Zabinski centering pass for Sheshik. Just off target there. That's going to go back all the way down. Back to play. It's going to be Jansen. He tries to set up quickly. That's going to do it for the power play for the Tetons. So far in the game, 1 for 2. Puck is rung around the boards for Fricky. Can't keep it on his stick. And big hit there by Jansen in the far corner, the Teton zone. Tetons looking much better on their breakouts this second period, putting much more pressure on the Rams. Good play there. Right at the mouth of the net there was McMinn with a rebound attempt, and Diedrich is right there to make the stop. Back to play for the Tetons. Is Burning. Brings it all the way around. Back out to center ice. That's Fiegel for the Rams. He's going to shoot that one down. That's going to be icing on Colorado State. 12:04 left to play on your U.S. Bank scoreboard. Score is 2-1 in favor of Colorado State. With 2 goals in the first period, Tetons come right back in the second with a power play goal. So face off here on the glove side of Diedrich. It's going to be Cody Birch and Yoder on the draw for the Rams. In the corner, Basic looking to keep it in play. That battle is won by Colorado State, but Tetons quickly back into the zone, up to center ice. Pass there for Yoder. And a good shot off the stick of, I believe it was Hassel for the Rams. Looks like you're going to have another power play here for the Tetons, as the Rams have taken 3 straight penalties in the first half of this second period. And that's going to go to, that penalty going to be on Hassel. As we have another Western Cooperative Credit Union power play for the Tetons. That's going to be coincidental. Matching minors here. That was Basic for the Tetons. So we're going to play 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. So in on the draw, Tetons win it. That was Sheshik. Back for Martin. Leaves it for Wild. Up for Sheshik. Can't quite corral the puck. The scrum there at center ice, just outside the Teton zone. Back behind the net, this is going to be Loden for the Tetons. And tries a centering pass right up in front of the net. Luckily, that one kicked back in the corner. And a 2-on-1 here for the Rams. And the Tetons quickly recover here. Back on coverage. As the Rams try to set up a play here, and Swift right there with a nice save on the rebound. With 1:08 left in 4-on-4 play in the second period. So we've seen Tanner Swift with some good saves since he let in, I would say, a goal he would like to get back at the end of that first period. He's looked sharp here in the second. The faceoff will be to the stick side of Swift. Won again by the Tetons. Back for Fricky. Chips it back behind the boards for Jansen. Centering pass for Moser. He's going to retreat down into the far corner of the Rams zone. In there to help is going to be Dana Arnold. Still a scrum in the corner. And Arnold's going to keep this one inside the Rams zone. Back to play. It's going to be Moser in the near corner because he doesn't have much help there. With 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Back out comes Colorado State. Gets it across center ice. Going to chip it down. Right there to play it is going to be Fricky. Again, over for Jansen. Jansen looking for the rink-wide pass, but pressure was put on there by Neff. So Jansen patient with the puck. Leaves it back for McMinn. McMinn with a quick shot on net. He's had a couple opportunities this period. Protects the puck behind the net. Gets it taken away. Back come the Rams. Chipped down. Man comes out of the box, but he was offside. They try to sneak one there past the Tetons. So stoppage in play. 9:25 left in period number 2. Shots 15-11 in favor of Wilson State. We have a conference here with the referee here. Looks like we're going to have the face-off at center ice. We're just outside the Teton zone. Rams are going to win that one, but chip it down. Overland there to play it. Tries a rink-wide pass, but the forward there for the Rams went right off of his skates, but back over for Burning. This is Bassett across the blue line. Going to ring this around the boards. First man there is Birch. Leaves it back for Bassett. Weisgerber there to help out. Bassett tries to corral one right around the net. Can't get a shot off. All the way back down. No icing here. Or, excuse me, it will be icing. With 8:51 left in period number 2. Past the halfway point of this game. Opening game for the Tetons. Score is 2-1. So in on the face-off for the Tetons will be Zabinski. Back behind, around the net. Tetons try to keep it in their zone, but cannot. Back come the Rams. And forward there, number 13 for the Rams. Try to make one too many moves, and back come the Tetons. This is Zabinski. He's got help with Sheshuk. Can't quite get the puck to him in time. Sheshuk back behind the net. Leaves it for Zabinski, who's still on the ice. Over for Sheshuk. And we've got another penalty here on an elbowing call on Colorado State. So this will be power play number 3 for the Tetons. With 8:17 left in period number 2. The Tetons 1 for 2 so far in the power play. And that penalty will be to Casaria. Tetons win the draw. Back for Wild. Have a little different look to this power play. So they put Wild back on the point for this one. Over for Moser. Keeps it in play. Back for Wild. Leaves it for Zabinski. Just hops over his stick. Zabinski over in the half wall. Challenged by 2 defenders there by Colorado State. Sheshuk in to help. He's going to get that puck. On the half wall, back for Wild. Wild fakes a shot. Over for Zabinski. The high circle. Centering pass. Not successful for Sheshuk. Sheshuk again. On the far half wall. And that high stick is going to be waved off as he batted that one right out of the air. Back behind the net. Zabinski. Along with Moser. And left for Sheshuk. They get back to the point. Fricky over for Wild. Wild with a shot. And Moser was right there to tip it. And that one's going to go just wide. Moser again, far corner. Leaves it for Sheshuk. Sheshuk looks to set up a shot. Takes a shot. Looks like that one might have went up the top crossbar. A good shot there. Good clean look for Shane Sheshuk. Tetons with a Some good pressure here on the power play. 30 seconds left in their man advantage. Moser again. Back to Fricky. Fricky takes a quick shot. Just wide. Back for Wild. Wild can't quite play it. And Neff is the first man there in the zone. Short-handed. Patient with the puck. And fakes out Swift. It looks like somebody, we're going to have some goaltender interference here on Colorado State. As Tanner Fricky takes exception to that. Looked like Swift was ran by Ansay. So he's going to go and sit for 2 minutes. So Tetons will have a quick two-man advantage for 13 seconds. 6:30 left in period number 2. Got a stoppage in play here. Tetons more than likely will bring out their guns for this two-man advantage. Face off all the way down in the Ram zone. They're down checking on Tanner Swift. Looks like he's going to be okay. Putting his helmet back on. So Wilson State, two-man advantage here. Looks like Loden's going to be out there along with Basich and Birch. Birch wins the face-off. Colorado State quick to recover and chip that one out of their own zone, all the way down for Martin. Martin back behind his own net, skates it out. So his first pass over for Loden. Loden's going to bring this across the blue line. Treat. Over for Martin. Chips it back behind the net for Basich. Over for Birch. Birch centering pass. Can't get it through traffic. Martin's right there at the doorstep. Another shot on net. Good save there by Diedrich. Backhand. Weisgerber had it right there. Leaves it for Loden. Loden takes one shot off a defender. The second one goes wide. Back out at center ice comes Colorado State as they're down to a 5-on-4. Take a shot wide. And Loden looks like he drove the off winger into the net. That one's going to come off its moorings. Well, the stoppage in play here. 5:44 left in period number 2. 1:13 in the Western Cooperative Credit Union power play for Wilson State. So as we let the referee set up the net again here, this faceoff will be in the Teton zone. They'll try to win another draw here and quickly get it out and get their power play set up. In the draw, Sheshuk wins that one clean. Back for Fricky. Fricky waits for his man. Sheshuk leaves it back for Fricky. Back to Sheshuk in the give and go. He loses the puck right at the blue line. Tetons will have to regroup here on their breakout. Again, Fricky. Up for Sheshuk. Sheshuk gets that one around. Makes a nice pass. He loses his footing to Zabinski. Zabinski back for Sheshuk. Over for Fricky. One-time shot just wide there, and the rebound was Wild. And that one's going to be played all the way down. 38 seconds left in the power play for the Tetons. And a stretch pass there. Up for Zabinski at the blue line. Leaves it for Arnold. Arnold with speed around the Colorado State net. Back for Wild. Tetons keep that one. That was Loden there on the blue line. Keep it in their zone. But quickly off the stick of the Rams back at center ice. They're going to chip this one in. And that'll do it for the Tetons power play as Colorado State kills this one off. So back to 5-on-5 play. Shot on net, and Swift right there to make a nice save as the puck bounced up and made the second effort to glove that one. Shots are 19-13 in favor of the Tetons. 2-1. Colorado State leads. So we'll get a face-off here to the glove side of Swift. He just made his 11th save of the game. Tetons will bring their third line out here. This will be Arnold, Billings, and McMinn. Tetons are going to lose this draw. Back behind Swift. Centering pass, backhand shot. Saved by Swift. And McMinn had it on his stick, but poke check there by Colorado State. And leaves it back for Birch. And McMinn challenged there at center ice. Over for Billings. First man there to play it is Hassel for the Rams. Back at the blue line. Overland with a good shot on net. And a glove save by Diedrich. 20th shot for the Tetons. As Tracer Overland had a good look at the net there. Not much traffic there. And Diedrich saw it the whole way. So we wind down into the final 5 minutes. 3:44 left to play in period number 2. Looks like Tetons might have had a man in the crease. They're going to bring this face-off all the way back down in their zone. Excuse me, it's going to be a penalty to McMinn. So this will be the first man advantage for the Rams in period number 2, the third of the game, as they did have a 5-on-3 in period number 1. As the Rams will set up here. Play one man high, one defenseman high, and set up the umbrella. And back on the blue line is Killiam. Back over and leaves it for, that was Pascal. He takes a shot, deflected, comes all the way down. We get down into the final 3 minutes of the second period. 1:20 left on the power play for Colorado State. And Anseh, all the way in, retreats, back to the point, fakes, walks around the defender, and takes a shot just wide of Tanner Swift. Again, Colorado State with good pressure on this power play. And that was just going to go outside the blue line, so the Rams will have to regroup here to set up their power play. 52 seconds left on the man advantage. Back across is Killam. Going 1-on-4. He takes a big hit there, loses his stick. And the Rams keep play in the Teton zone on this power play. Back behind Tanner Swift. Back out to the point. That's Killam. Again, another shot on net. Rebound. Right behind Swift. And the Tetons regroup and get that one. That was sitting right on the goal line. But right behind Tanner Swift. So good play there by the Tetons to get it out of play. We have a mad rush here in the last 10 seconds of this power play for Colorado State. Have a lot of good chances on this power play. Sheshak chips it out of the zone, and that'll do it. So they're going to kill off another one. And we've got a 4-on-1 here for Colorado State. And a shot, and that one's going to go in. Or they're going to wave this one off. And the shot, that was Schneeberger. And the shot looks like it just trickled over Swift, but net may have come off. I didn't see what happened all the way down there. But right away, the ref was right there to see it. He waved that one off. With 1:34 left in period number 2. Yeah, it looks like the netting is off. Down behind Tanner Swift. So just as that power play expired for the Rams, had a good opportunity there to make it 3-1. Luckily, Tetons with play there. I don't know if the Tetons knocked it off or there's just so much traffic there that it went off. But regardless, no goal. So we try to get things sorted out here. The Rams are trying to get an explanation from the referee what happened on that play, why it was waved off. They're going to bring this outside the Teton zone for this face-off. So the ready to go here. We've got matching minors here. That was on Fricky and Yoder for the Rams. We get the net reset here. 1:34 left in period number 2. We'll play 4-on-4 the rest of period number 2 here. And just the first minute of play in the third period. Face off quickly won by the Tetons. Weisgerber there had an open shot in the net, but quick recovery by the defenseman that was Natowski for the Rams. Good play there. Tetons retreat all the way back in their zone. Try to get something set up here in the final minute. Good pressure by Colorado State. Up to play, this is Weisgerber. Looking for an outlet pass over to Overland. Overland rink wide for Weisgerber. Weisgerber's got room. And he waited a little too long, and a good heads-up play there by the defenseman. That was Casaria for Colorado State. Got down and blocked that pass as Weisgerber was wide open in front of the net. And final minute of play here. Across into the Tetons, though, comes Colorado State. Backhand shot on net. Easy stop there for Swift. And up to play is Zabinski. That one's chipped away by Natowski for the Rams. And in comes Neff. Breakaway, quick shot. Good save there by Swift. So he had a breakaway there. Another shot on net. That one's going to go wide of Swift. And final 10 seconds of play. A nice tip there. And Swift right there coming out of his crease to challenge that shot. I believe that was off the stick of Melky. Good tip there by him. So 6.2 seconds left in period number 2. And Anse in on the draw for the Rams. And centering pass to no avail. And that'll do it for period number 2. And we'll take a break here. We'll be back for period number 3. You're listening to Teton Hockey on WSCTetons.com. back at the Agri Sports Complex quickly with our stats for the second period. So making the score 2-1. That came at 2:58 of period number 2. Brendan Wild with the power play goal with the assist to Shane Sheshik. Power plays for period number 2. Tetons were 1 for 3. And they are 1 for 3 for the game. And Colorado State 0 for 1. They stand at 0 for 3 for the game so far. Saves second period. Diedrich for the Rams with 7. 2-period total of 19. And Tanner Swift for the Tetons had 12 second period saves for a game total so far of 17. And we'll be back with the third period in approximately 10 minutes. You're listening to Teton Hockey on WSCTetons.com. start period number 3. Score is 2-1 in favor of Colorado State, as teams will skate 4-on-4 for the first 25 seconds of period number 1. Teton's going to win this draw back to Gig Martin. Martin's going to wait to set up. He looks for his outlet. Up the boards for Wild. Chips pass up for Sheshik. Sheshik walks right around him. Gets a shot on net. Just misses wide as Dietrich is out to challenge that shot. Puck comes all the way back down. First man there to get it for the Tetons was Loden, who's had a good game so far tonight. Loden up along the boards for Sheshik. Sheshik avoids that check. Back to help was Zabinski. Can't quite get his stick on it. And Tetons with pressure back behind the net of Colorado State. Up along the boards on the far half wall. Back for Shishak in the corner. Center and pass for Wild. One-time shot. Just didn't quite get the wood on it. Comes all the way down. This is going to be icing against the Rams. So good pressure here by the Tetons. First minute of play in period number 3. 18:58 left in the frame. Shots pretty close to even here. 21-19. Excuse me, in favor of the Tetons. So this draw will be to the, looks like the glove side of Dietrich. Tetons will settle in here. This will be Cody Birch taking the draw. Win that one over for Bassett. Back to Oberlin. D-to-D pass for Burning. Back below the goal line. This is going to be Bassett. And that was Weisgerber with the wraparound attempt. Just barely got it on net. Tetons continue pressure. But quickly, here come Colorado State. This is Neff. And right at the blue line, he's going to chip this one in as he wants to make a change. Oberlin for the Tetons. Pass up for Weisgerber. Right in his skates. Couldn't quite corral it. Leaves it for Birch. Birch up along the boards. That's going to be played by Casaria. Up at center ice. For the Rams, the Matrosik. And Dana Arnold will just chip it down for the Tetons. So you get support there from McMinn. And back the other way, outside of the blue line. Tetons are going to have to retreat. They're going to make a line change here. 17:30 left in period number 3. Back down into the Teton zone. This is Jansen. Nice pass up for Moser. Back behind the net for Hill. Hill loses his footing. And back up to center ice. That one is going to be whistled offside. Looks like it was Milky who just crossed a little bit too early. So we'll get a stoppage here. Shots 22-19 Tetons. And score favoring the Rams 2-1. In on the draw is going to be Hill for the Tetons. He's going to win that one cleanly. Back for Ging Martin. Over for Loden. Loden leaves it for Hill. Chips it up the boards. Out to center ice. Back for Martin. Martin over for Loden. Back to Martin. Tries to get it, push it up to Silveria. He does. They're going to chip it down into the Rams zone. Right there to play it was Melky. Didn't have anyone there, so he's going to wing it all the way down. Icing will be waved off. Back behind the Teton net. Sheshuk there with the Rams player. And Martin tries to chip it out of the glove by the Rams. Back out for Zabinski. Leaves it for Burning. Over for Sheshuk, chips it up to Wild. Wild's got room. Looking for a centering pass. Puck just went off his stick. Back to Sheshuk. He buries that one. and that's going to tie it. That goal is going to come at the 4:02 mark of period number 3. Shane Sheshak with the second point of the night. And the assist is going to go to Brendan Wild, who was patient enough with that one. He lost the puck right away, but regained possession and let the defenseman come in. Made a nice centering pass to Sheshak. He buried that one low stick side. So you can see why Shane Sheshak was an All-American last year from the NJCAA. Starting his season off nice here with 2 points on the board for the Tetons. And to add insult to injury for the Rams, they're going to get a penalty here. 2-minute minor. That's going to be on number 28, Zach Lish. The Tetons with the equalizer there, and they're going to get a man advantage here for the next 2 minutes. So in on the draw, they're going to keep that first line out there. This is going to be Sheshak, wins the draw back for Jansen, over for Fricky. Fricky back to Jansen. Sheshak, who just scored the goal. Going to leave that one. Tetons will have to retreat. Fricky over for Jansen. Jansen up to Sheshak. Across the blue line. Going to retreat back to the blue line. Look for his pass. Looks like he wanted a tip out of Zabinski. Couldn't get a stick on it. Back behind the net, Zabinski, centering pass, too long. Over for Fricky. We have a stoppage in play here. I would imagine it's going to be a net coming off the moorings, as we usually see here at the Agri Sports Complex. We usually get about 10 of those a game. So 126 on the man advantage on the Western Cooperative Credit Union power play. Been entertaining game so far tonight, as it was the Rams who scored the first 2 goals in the first period, and Tetons have clawed their way back with 1 goal each in period number 2 and 3. Back on the blue line. Tetons can't keep it in. Back the other way from the Rams. Pass up for Petrosic, and he's hooked, and that's going to be a penalty to the Tetons. So we'll skate 4-on-4 here for the next 1:08. So that'll kill the power play for Williston State. 15:06 left in period number 3. I think the Rams wanted a penalty shot there. I don't think he had his 2 steps in front of the defender. So we'll regroup here. Face off down to the stick side of Tanner Swift. That's going to be a 4-minute double minor for Cody Birch. The Tetons are going to skate actually short-handed here. It's going to be a 4-on-3 for Colorado State. And once that 58 seconds is up, they're going to have a man advantage for almost 3 minutes. Or a 2-man advantage. Excuse me. Yeah, it looks like they had 4 out there. Yeah, it is a 4-on-4. Through skate even strength. Out to play it. McMinn off of his stick. Arnold, nice play there. Get it off. And we're going to have a tripping call here on Colorado State. So lots to keep track of so far in this third period. Another penalty here. That'll be a tripping call. So now the Tetons with the man advantage for the next about half a minute, 33 seconds. And then we will skate 4-on-4 after that. So in to take the draw, Shane Sheshak for the Tetons. He loses that one. He hasn't lost many tonight. Back in the corner, brings it around, back for Fricky. Fricky over for Martin. for Frickies. He tried to set something up in this power play. Crisscross. Back over for Sheshuk. Back from Martin. Fans on the one-timer. Back all the way down. Swift there to play it. Going to leave it for Fricky. Fricky up for Sheshuk. Skates around his defender. That was Ansay. Fricky's going to keep the puck. Leaves it out for Fricky at the blue line. Looking for Martin. Doesn't get it over to him. And back to Sheshuk. We have another stoppage in play here. Looks like it was offside. So we will skate 4-on-4 here for minute 14. And then after that, Colorado State will have a power play for about that same time, for about a minute and 20, about minute 25 after that, as that was a double minor to Cody Birch. So he's sitting 4 minutes for that penalty. Tetons win the draw. Burning. Backhand is net. They're going to have to retreat back. This is Loden. Leaves it for Burning. Up for Weisgerber. Too far for him. Quickly played by the Rams. Dump it back down across the blue line. Tetons regroup. Try to break this one out. Back out to center ice. Turned over again. Loden behind his own net. He's going to skate this one out himself because he's got room. Over for Basic. Makes a move at the blue line. That was not offside. Looks like that. And he made one too many moves at the blue line there. That's going to be whistled offside. With 13:05 left in period number 3 on our U.S. Bank scoreboard. Score is tied 2-2. And Zabinski in to take the draw for the Tetons as we still skate 4-on-4 for the next half a minute. This is Ansay for the Rams, taken down by Fricky with a nice play. Rams haven't had many opportunities so far in this third period. Turned over there at the blue line. Here comes Zabinski. He's got help. 3-on-2 here for the Tetons. Back for Zabinski. Over for Fricky. Doesn't quite get the pass back to him. Turned over. This is up to Ansay. Ging Martin there to challenge him. And a good play there, but Ansay got a shot off. That one went off the right post of Tanner Swift. Pass there. Shot just wide by Neff. And that's going to come off here. Get another stoppage. And Colorado State will be on the man advantage for the next minute 9. Now we're going to skate 5-on-4 to try to get back to some normalcy here with all those penalties. Going to take the draw. It's going to be Hill. The centerman for Colorado State is going to be kicked out of the dot. But Rams win it anyway. It's up at the blue line. Shot. That one gets through. And Swift with a nice pad save there. Rams continue pressure back behind the net. Back to the point. Over to the far half wall. So wait for the shot to open up. Nothing there. Back to the point. Shot on net through traffic. Swift right there. The nice stick save. The net's going to come off again. It looks like it was coming off, but Swift made sure it came off cleanly as he made a nice kick with his left skate. 34 seconds left on the double minor penalty to Cody Birch as the Tetons try to kill another penalty off. They've been very successful doing that so far tonight. That was Sheshuk winning the draw. Tetons cleanly get that one out of the zone. First man there is Basic. Centering pass for Sheshak. Now it just tipped wide right off of his stick. Good opportunity there for the Tetons. Tremendous penalty kill here. We're in the final 14 seconds on the penalty to Wilson State. Rams stretch pass. Get it across into the Teton zone. Shot on net. Saved by Swift. Thought he had it. Corralled. That one deflects wide. Back over to the near half wall of the Teton zone. That's going to do it for the double minor. So we're going to skate even strength 5-on-5 here. We're halfway through period number 3. 10 minutes left. Nice play there by Burning. Right at the goal mouth. Couldn't get the shot on net. This is Zabinski skating it up himself through traffic. Leaves it there. No one there to help him out. And in comes Weisgerber trying to leave it for Sheshak. The Colorado State player loses his stick. Back for Martin at the blue line. Keeps it in play. Over for Weisgerber. Leaves it for Sheshak. A little too strong for him, but first man there to the loose puck. Tries a centering pass, turnover. Chipped down by the Rams. They can make a wholesale line change. Loden looks for a centering pass, turned over. The player for Colorado State, that was number 7. Tries to take a shot, but he was tripped up. Play continues in the Teton zone. Hard shot on net. Tanner Swift kicks it aside. Pad save. And the Tetons are going to chip it out. Silveria first there to play it. But a good play to get back by Natowski. He still has it behind the net. Looks for the breakout. Skates it up. Across the blue line. Shot on net. Swift right there with an easy glove save. With 9:24 left in period number 3, shots now in favor of the Rams, 24-23. The score is knotted at 2 apiece. In on the draw for Tetons is Birch. Going to win that one back for Fricky in the near corner. Takes an elbow right there. Tetons still break it out. Up for Basic. Across the blue line. Makes a nifty move. Centerized. Tipped across for Birch. Birch got a stick on it. Got to the net, but a dandy save there by Diedrich. The Rams try to break it out. That was going to be ice, but it looked like that one was tipped, so they're going to wave that one off. And that's a hit from behind right there by Weisgerber. That's going to be a 2-minute penalty. As Colorado State pulls their goalie for an extra attacker here until Wilson State can touch up to get a whistle. And they do not, and that's going to be a goal. The go-ahead score. That goal coming at the 11:27 mark of period number 3. The Tetons are still going to have to sit that penalty, even though the Rams scored on that with the man advantage. They pulled their goaltender. That was a rule change a couple of years ago. That penalty normally would have been waved off. That's going to make it 3-2. I did not see who had that goal, so wait on the scoring for that one. Regardless, 3-2. As we're in the final half of play in period number 3. The Rams take the lead. And that penalty is going to go to Wade Weisgerber. I believe it's going to be an interference call. The Tetons win this faceoff. They're going to dump this one all the way down, try to kill some time off of this penalty. Back across the zone. Pascal takes the shot, blocked by the Teton defender. This is Wild. He's going to chip it all the way down. First man in to play it is going to be Sheshak. He's going to chip that one in, try to kill kill some more time off the clock, as this penalty kill for the Tetons has been very successful tonight. If you get this late in the game, you don't want to be taking any penalties. Here comes Neff across the blue line. Good play there by Arnold to break that pass up. Neff again. Shot by Ansay. Saved by Swift. Another shot. Just sails wide. Ansay brings it out, looking for his outlet at the blue line. Going to patiently wait this one out. Let his power play set up. Back to his point as they run the umbrella. Shot just sails high of Tanner Swift. Rebound, nobody there. Arnold, first man with the stick on, is going to wing that one all the way down. Tetons will make a wholesale change, as will the Rams. 7:11 left to play. 38 seconds on the penalty to Weisgerber. Rink wide pass for Colorado State. Look for a centering pass, nobody home, as McMinn was there to break up that play. And Loden tries to clear it. Can't quite get his stick on it. He loses his footing. Back out to the point. 14 seconds left in the power play for Colorado State. Back in the near corner. Shot on net. That was Yoder. And Tanner Swift right there to make the save. 3 seconds left. So we get a stoppage in play. 6:36 left in our U.S. Bank scoreboard in period number 3. Again, 3-2. With Colorado State leading late in this game. In to take the face-off is going to be Hill. Fourth line out there for the Tetons. He has help there. Ging Martin chips it along the boards. Up for Basic. Centering pass. Excuse me, that was Moser in with speed. He made a good move on Diedrich, but Diedrich was right there to make a nice kick save on that one. That's going to come off. Shots now 28-24 in favor of Colorado State. As we'll get a face-off to the glove side of Diedrich. Moser came right in off that penalty, made a quick line change. He was streaking across the ice, made a nice pass, and a good move on the goaltender, just even better save. Play continues down in the far corner of the Rams zone. Rink wide pass for Neff. Neff tries to walk around Martin. Martin with a nice poke check, but loses his footing, as the ice might not be in the best condition tonight. We've seen a lot of players lose edges. This is Pascal. Centering pass looking backdoor for Neff. And a nice play by Loden to break up that play. As Silveria walks in the zone, leaves it in the near corner. Leaves it for Moser. Moser, the freshman from Devils Lake, North Dakota. We have an icing call here on the Rams. 5:34 left in period number 3. Tetons looking at the late equalizer here. So we'll have a face-off over to the stick side of Diedrich. Second line on the line sheet for the Tetons out here. It's going to be Birch taking the draw. Going to lose that one. Tetons in the Rams zone in the near corner. Weisgerber trying to give and go. No success there. Look for Basic, but Rams with traffic there to break that one up. Back for the Tetons is Birch. Takes a couple moves. Takes a check there from Schneeberger for the Rams. All the way down. Diedrich just shoves that one aside. Lets the defenseman come get it. And the defenseman goes off of his stick. Out of play. Goes off the stick of Killam. So just under 5 minutes, 4:59 to play in period number 3. Tetons are going to put their number 1 line out. Sheshuk in on the face-off, along with Neff for the Rams. We match the top units for both teams. Back out to center ice. Zabinski leaves it for Wild. Wild looking back for Zabinski, back behind the net. Around the net, centering pass for Wild, just off of his stick as that was tipped by the defender of Colorado State. Zabinski with another shot on net, can't get it through traffic. Left it for Wild. Wild chips it down into the far corner. Puck rings around in the near corner. First person there to play it is Rams defenseman. Takes a big hit there from Zabinski. That's going to float all the way down, be an icing. 4:22 left in period number 3. The Tetons are going to make a line change here. Bring their third line out now. Arnold in on the draw. Back for McMinn. McMinn can't quite get a stick on it. Turns around, rips a shot, and right into the glove of Diedrich. So it looks like in this last few minutes of the game, Tetons running probably their top 2 to 3 units. They try to tie the game up at 3. Score is 3-2 in favor of Colorado State. Arnold's going to win this draw. This man there is Billings. Tries to leave it back for Martin. Can't quite get it to him. Play comes outside, back into the Teton zone. This is Arnold. Arnold tries a rink-wide pass, but miscommunication there as McMinn was going the other way. Over for Loden. Makes a pass up for Billings. Billings keeps on his stick, goes wide. Retreats. Centering pass for McMinn. Can't quite get it to him. Big hit there by the Tetons. That was Birch with a big hit. I believe that was on number 17, Tamai for Colorado State. So back out in center ice. As the Rams just try to rag it around and kill some time off the clock here. Bring it in the zone. Shot just goes wide at Tanner Swift. Back to play it is Martin. Centering pass. Off the stick of Birch. Going to come all the way down. No icing. Rams here with a quick breakout pass. Out in the center ice. Back possession for the Tetons. It's Jansen. It looked like it was tipped out of play. It doesn't quite go out. So play will continue. 2:44 left to play. Tetons trying to apply pressure here, but the Rams doing a good job of keep away in the final few minutes of this game. They're going to gladly just chip it down and kill some more time off the clock. First man there is Fricky for the Tetons. Leaves it for Sheshuk. Sheshuk is going to eat that puck in the far corner and wait for some help. Back there to get it is Fricky. Over for Jansen. Jansen's going to retreat back and let breakout develop here. Basic, rink wide for Wild. Wild can't quite get to it. And back down into the Teton zone. This is Fricky. Up for Wild. Wild with a nice play to keep it alive. And back for Loden. Across the red line, is going to dump that one down. Teton's going to get a change. Fricky's going to come off the ice as Ging Martin's going to come and relieve him. Back to the blue line, that's Loden. Takes a shot deflected off of Ansay. Back for Martin. Has a lane, takes a shot. Glove saved by Diedrich. With 1:28 left in period number 3, and we're going to look at the bench over here to see when they're going to pull Tanner Swift, because if the play continues down in the Rams zone, we're going to see Swift come out for the extra attacker. Imagine if they keep play down there, we'll see him come out in the next 30 seconds. The Tetons are going to take a timeout here as they try to plan their strategy. Again, 1:28 left to play. 3-2 in favor of Colorado State. And shots 28-27 also in favor of the Rams. Tetons huddle around Coach John Bokus, trying to set up their play to try to tie this thing. The most important thing is to win that initial face-off, to keep control, so you can get Tanner Swift pulled out of the net. You get that extra attacker out there. To go. We're going to send the number 1 unit. We're going to mix it up a little bit. They're going to have Sheshuk along with Weisgerber and Wild. And the net's going to be empty, so they're going with 6. So Weisgerber's the extra forward out there, the extra attacker. Tetons are going to win that draw. Wild is going to chip it up. Leaving for Weisgerber. Over for Sheshuk. Centering pass in traffic. Weisgerber can't get a stick on it. Back for Wild. Takes a shot. Gets it through just wide. Up Diedrich. Back down in the near corner. Back for Fricke. He's got room. Leaves it wisely for Sheshuk. One-time shot. Just wide. Sails over and Wild keeps it alive before it retreats out of the zone. And the Rams are going to wing it around the boards and get it out of their zone. Tetons come right back down. Sheshuk going to chip this one down in the zone. Looks for help. Zabinski's going to come in, put a hit on the defender of Colorado State. And that puck is going to go out of play. Just barely goes up into the netting. So we're down in the final minute. 39 seconds left in the final frame. 3-2 in favor of the Rams. And shots are even at 28 apiece. As the Tetons will keep their number 1 unit out there. Sheshuk, another win on the draw, but can't quite get it back to Fricke. Tetons are going to wing this one around. First man to play it is Sheshuk. Looking for help there. He's got Wild along the far half wall. The Rams are going to chip this one down. This is going to be icing here. So 16.9 seconds left. One last rush here for the Tetons as we try to tie this one up. Looking for overtime here. An entertaining game so far. It's been back and forth. So in to take the draw is going to be Cody Birch. Looks like they're getting Zabinski off the ice. They're going to put out Loden. Back on the blue line. The extra attacker is going to be McMinn with this unit. McMinn's going to go back and play the point. They're going to try to get the draw back to him. As they do, McMinn slides it over to Fricke. Fricke, the shot through traffic, just deflects at the last second wide. 8 seconds left. Shot on net, just wide. Off the stick of Birch. And that's going to be a high stick. That's going to come all the way down. Looks like it came off the stick of the Tetons. It's going to come outside the zone, so the Tetons are going to have to act quick here and almost going to have to try to push this face-off forward to try to get a shot on net. So we'll try to overload the weak side. They can't get it forward. 4 seconds left. 3. Get a shot just wide, and that's going to do it. As the Rams are going to win this one 3-2. And we'll be back in 3 minutes to recap the third period in the game. You're listening to Teton Hockey on WSCTetons.com. back at the AgriSports Complex for third period stats. Wilton State scoring the first goal to tie it up in period number 3, making it 2-2. Coming at 5:02, that was an even strength goal from Shane Sheshuk with the assist to, I believe that was Brendan Wild. And the Rams, Colorado State, with the go-ahead goal and the game winner at 11:27. That came from number 17, Connor Tamai, and that was unassisted. Saves for period number 3. Diedrich for the Rams had 8, game total of 27. Tanner Swift with 8 in the third period for a game total of 25. And we'll take a quick 2-minute break, and we will visit and wrap up the game with head coach John Bokus of the Tetons. You're listening to Teton Hockey on WSCTetons.com.
Get a lot of time off. Hold it on a fucking arrow. Nope. It's on a fucking arrow. He's gonna have all marked up on his arms. What's that? Yeah, you realize? Every time. How do you do this stuff? Where you working at, Jake? I work at college and sports. You're still going to college? You're going for it. He's going to do a goddamn thing.
are back at the Agri Sports Complex for our post-game show. And tonight's 3 stars of the night. The third star for the Tetons, that was Brendan Wild. He had 1 goal and 1 assist for the Tetons. Our second star was Shane Shishuk with a goal and an assist as well for the Tetons. And our first star of the game was Connor Tamai for the Rams with that game-winning goal. And we're sitting here with Teton head coach John Bokus. Coach, I think a pretty entertaining game. You know, it was the first period. It was, I think, pretty good play out of you guys. You put 12 shots on net, and just the early goal and the late goal to kind of get behind 2-1. But you guys, or 2-0, excuse me. But you guys fought back pretty well.
Oh yeah, we actually played pretty well the second and third period. I thought the third period, first game jitters for everybody. You got to get those out of your system, especially that first shift. I don't know, Tanner Fricky, good player, just didn't have the game that we were wanting from him tonight. But that's all right. This was a learning experience for them all. You should have seen the nervousness in them before the game. You learn how to deal with that. You get the game exposure as well. A lot of these guys, that's their 7th game, I think, that they played. So, our first game, we weren't too bad.
When you look at, you talk about first game jitters, I thought a lot of your freshmen, guys that stuck out, I thought Loden played really good on the back end, Tyler.
Yeah.
Played really well, moved the puck good. Moser had some speed. He had a couple really good chances. So, it's good to see that, especially, guys' first collegiate experience coming out and playing a pretty darn good game for you guys.
Yeah, we talked about Moser earlier. He's one of those guys that needs to be able to play a lot and, make plays. I thought he was good. Took some shifts off, which is expected from a first-year guy, but he was good overall. I like the way he's going to, hopefully he turns into one of those guys that we can really play a lot.
Yeah, and like you said, playing a lot. Like you said before the game, we're going to run 4 lines. You guys ran the 4 lines. Most of the night, besides, the last 5 minutes of the game, trying to get the equalizer and tie it up, you guys looked like you were running the first 3, but overall, I thought your guys' energy was pretty darn good the whole game.
Well, you have to get everybody involved in the game. Otherwise, what I find is, you wait for, I watch the NHL sometimes. Sometimes they go 1-2, 1-2-3, 1-2, 1-2. You don't get your 4th guy in, and then all of a sudden you ask them to go out there and try to perform, and it's hard for them to do. So, getting them involved right now, getting them in the pace of the game, and they're a pretty good team. Being ranked like that, I thought their goalie played well. It's actually the Dedrick kid that was supposed to be here last year. Ended up going to Northland and playing for Seamus there, and then now he transferred here. So he was a pretty good goalie. But I was very pleased. I was pleased with the freshmen. I was pleased with the sophomores. I thought Shashuk's line really stood out as going to be our number 1 line. They moved the puck pretty well. They had a lot of opportunities. There's a couple guys that I'll sit and talk to and show film on, and they'll be able to see what I'm talking about sometimes. Sometimes they look like a deer in a headlight when you're talking to them, but it's okay. It's all right.
Hey, that's what they're here for, to learn, and that's their job, is to coach them up and give them that experience too. So, and I thought a bright spot as well. Your guys' penalty kill looked pretty good. They didn't have any power play goals, and running some 4th line guys out there. Chris Hill, you saw him a few times out there running that penalty kill. And another bright spot was faceoffs. You guys dominated the faceoff circle. I would say you guys won 3 out of 4 draws all night.
Yeah, we were about 70% on it. One thing I like, we concentrated a little bit on that, especially the defensive aspect. The PK power play and stuff. Our power play got started to move the puck a little bit better. We got some good opportunities and good looks, but they were good. They were very aggressive, which is something that we didn't work on in practice. We're more of a patient PK work, and I thought we did very well at it. We had a couple of mishaps where they got a couple opportunities. I don't know what the finals were shots. What did you have for the finals?
29-28.
Yeah, so we almost hit our goal. We were looking for 23, 24 shots in the game, and with the power plays that they had a 5-on-3 there for a little while and stuff. I give my guys a lot of credit. I thought they were, I thought they played pretty sound.
Goaltender Tanner Swift, I thought he looked pretty good most of the night. That I think he liked that second goal back, the one late in the first period. But overall, I thought his positioning was well. He was challenging shots and looked pretty good.
Yeah, he was. He came out pretty well. I didn't see what happened on the third goal. I don't know exactly where it went. It was kind of a scrum in front of the net, so I missed that one. The first one, you you got an opportunity where a guy just walks around everybody and puts it in. I mean, it's first shot of the game, first goal. It's kind of a bad way to start, but he bounced back, and it was good to see. You're right. With the second goal, it was a bad angle shot that went over his glove, he went off his glove, I guess, into the net. And then the third one, it was just a 6-on-5 scrum in front of the net, and they ended up putting it in. But no, I'm pleased with him. I'm gonna see what the other guy has come Saturday and kind of rotate him around a little bit and go from there, and we'll see how we end up.
Yeah. So speaking of Saturday, you guys play a set with Midland University on Saturday and Sunday. Big road trip coming up to see what the guys are made of.
Yeah, I think it's well needed. They've been here in Williston for quite a while right now. They need to get out on the road together, kind of bond a little bit, like we talked about before the game. Once they get a little bit more comfortable with each other, I think good things will happen. In the locker room, like I told them, I said, there's little things that we can work on. There's little things that we can keep learning. I love the compete level that they had. We competed even when we got down by 2. They competed hard. They tied the game. So those are bright spots that you look for in a game like this. As me, I'm always going to be hard on everybody as it is, but it was good to see that they competed and they stayed up throughout the whole game.
Yeah, I think overall a good start to the year. You guys looked, like you said, you moved the puck well. You said the compete level was there, the energy was there. I think something good to build on going forward.
Oh yeah, if you remember last year at this time, our first game was against the University of Colorado, and they did the same thing. They got a late goal to win the game, and in a 4-3 game. So we're 0 for 2 right now under my regime on the first game of the season, but it's all right. We still got the whole season.
You got the whole season. That's right. Well, again, we wish you luck this weekend on your guys' road trip.
Well, I appreciate it. I got to say hi to my dad. Happy birthday. Hopefully he's watching the game still. I don't know. It might be late over there.
We wished him a happy birthday right away, so I think he got the message.
Perfect.
So,
okay, good. Hopefully I'll hear that from him. But wish him well, and you know what? I'm looking forward to this trip too. It's time to get a little bonding with the boys as well, and see what we can accomplish on our 4-game trip.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Coach. We'll see you next Saturday. So once again, the final score for tonight from the Agri Sports Complex was 3-2. The Tetons will fall to 0-1 on the season, and the Rams are going to improve to 4-2-1. And like we said, the next action for the Tetons will be Saturday, the 17th. They're going to play a set with Midland University, and our next broadcast will be next Saturday against the rival Minot State. And on behalf of all our sponsors who make this broadcast possible, this is Rob Shannon, and you've been listening to Teton Hockey on WSCTetons.com.